Tom's Top 5. Hi everybody, I'm back with my top 5 for the weekend at Ascot and Haydock, and a little selection for you from Navan on Sunday as well. First up, I'm going to go with the Big Breakaway. This exciting horse has entered at both Ascot and Haydock. 2.5 miles as opposed to 3 miles. Probably go for the shorter route, the novice hurdle at Ascot. Wherever he does go, we'll be expecting him to win. The Ascot novice hurdle does look quite hot at entry stage, but he is a very, very progressive and exciting individual for Colin Tizard. He won very, very easily at Newbury last time out. Won 3 out of 3 so far, cost an absolute arm and a leg. And if he wants to fulfill that price tag, he's going to have to win wherever he goes on Saturday before a tilt at the Cheltenham Festival, for which he is already heading a couple of markets. He's a very, very good horse already, we know that much, but how far can he go? Hopefully right to the top, and it'll be very interesting to see how he'll get on in probably a slightly tougher class of race than he's been in so far. He's my first selection. Second selection of the day is Pim, another one for Nicky Henderson. I've been tipping him up a lot recently, hardly surprising given the calibre of the great man. I think this horse is going to be very difficult to beat in the Reynoldsdown chase over 3 miles. Since up to this trip, he has been absolutely unbeatable. Every inch is talented, maybe not quite as talented, but very talented nonetheless, as Altior in those same colours for Patricia Pugh. I expect him to win this before going on to even better things. He looks a real Gold Cup type in the future. Loves a good stamina test, stays all day, has a lot of class. Nico de Boinville gets on very well with him, and I hope he can take this in his stride before targeting bigger races in the future, hopefully at the Cheltenham Festival next month. Third up, I am going to go with Goshen, this very exciting juvenile for Gary Moore. Runs in the Triumph Hurdle Trial at Haydock on Saturday. Expect him to win this, considering how ridiculously impressive he's been so far in all his starts to date. Again, he hasn't met much so far, a bit like the Big Breakaway, but what he has done is power away from his opposition in fantastic style. Hopefully he can repeat the dose here in a higher grade of contest, and if he does, then he's got every chance of winning the Triumph Hurdle for Gary Moore at the Cheltenham Festival in March. Fourth up, I am going to go with Tiger Roll at Navan on Sunday. Yes, what a treat it is to have the Grand National hero back on the racecourse. Now, obviously, it's been in the headlines this week, having been given 11 stone 10 and a mark of 170 by the handicapper for the Grand National. This is very much a prep run before a cross-country tilt at the Cheltenham Festival, a race which he's won the last 2 years in a row. Now, he should strip fitter for this run. Whether or not he'll win is a different matter, but he should go close at least, and I expect him to run a big race on Sunday. Finally, I'm going to tip up Peck in the Swinley Chase. This horse is a real improver for Anthony Honeyball under a brilliant young jockey called Rex Dingle. He was a very game winner of the Veterans Chase last time out at Sandown. This is obviously a bit tougher. He's 11 years old, but he does seem to be getting a little bit better with every race that he does run in. Hopefully he can continue that progression, that upward curve, and I can see him going very well in this race off of what looks a very low weight, a very fair mark. He's not been raced too much in the weights for that win. It was a very narrow victory last time out. And hopefully he can continue his progress by winning this. It's a very hot race, but he's a very upwardly mobile individual. I can see him producing a big run here. That's my 5 for the weekend. It's a very exciting weekend. Obviously, only a few weeks left before the Cheltenham Festival. Hopefully, I'll give you some winners there and enjoy the action as it unfolds.
Love it.